Indian Penal Code 1862, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. From old codes to new codes, IPC sections to BNS. So please subscribe to channel, my dear friends. It will help me to create more awareness about law and order. Thank you so much. Let's continue. IPC section 1, title and extent of operation of the code. BNS section 1 of subsection 1 and 2, short title, commencement and application. IPC section 2, punishment of offence committed within India. BNS section 1 of 3, short title, commencement and application. IPC section 3, punishment of offences committed beyond but which by law may be tried within India. BNS section 1-4, short title, commencement and application. IPC section 4, extension of code to extraterritorial offences. BNS section 1 subsection 5, short title, commencement and application. IPC section 5, certain laws not to be affected by this act. BNS section 1 of subsection 6, short title, commencement and application. IPC section 6, definitions in this code to be understood subject to exceptions. BNS section 3 of subsection 1, general explanations. IPC section 7, sense of expression once explained. BNS section 3 of subsection 2, general explanations. IPC section 8, gender. BNS section 2 of 10, gender. IPC section 9, number. BNS section 2 of 22, number. IPC section 10, man or woman. BNS section 2 of 19, man. 2 of 35, women. IPC 11, person. BNS section 2 of 26, person. IPC 12, public. BNS section 2 of 27, public. IPC 13, definition of queen. BNS, it is repealed. IPC section 14, servant of government. BNS section, it is not defined. IPC section 15, definition of British India. BNS section, it is removed. IPC section 16, definition of government of India. It is omitted earlier. Same in BNS, there is no section. IPC section 17, government. BNS section 2 of 12, government. IPC section 18, India. BNS section, no details. IPC section 19, judge. BNS section 2 of 16, judge. IPC section 20, court of justice. BNS section 2 of 5, court. IPC section 21, public servant. BNS section 2 of 28, public servant. IPC section 22, movable property. BNS section 2 of 21, movable property. IPC section 23, para 1, wrongful gain. BNS section 2 of 36, wrongful gain. IPC section 23, para 2, wrongful loss. BNS section 2 of 37, wrongful loss. IPC section 23, para 3, gainful wrongfully, losing wrongfully. BNS section 2 of 38, gaining wrongfully and losing wrongfully. IPC section 24, dishonestly. BNS section 2 of 7, dishonestly. IPC section 25, fraudulently. BNS section 2 of 9, fraudulently. IPC section 26, reason to believe. BNS section 2 of 29, reason to believe. IPC section 27, property in possession of wife, clerk or servant. BNS section 3 of 3, general explanations. IPC section 28, counterfeit. BNS section 2 of 4, counterfeit. IPC section 29, document. BNS section 2 of 8, document. IPC section 29A, electronic record. BNS section 2 of 39, words and expressions not defined. IPC section 30, valuable security. BNS section 2 of 31, valuable security. IPC section 31, a will. BNS section 2 of 34, will. IPC Section 32 words referring to acts include illegal omissions. BNS Section 2 of 1 Act, BNS Section 3 of 4 General Explanations. IPC Section 33 Act Omission. BNS Section 2 of 1 Act, BNS Section 2 of 25 Omission. IPC Section 34 Act done by several persons in furtherance of common intention. BNS Section 3 of 5 General Explanations. IPC Section 35 when such an act is criminal by reason it's being done with a criminal knowledge or intention. BNS Section 3 of 6 General Explanations. IPC Section 36 effect caused partly by act and partly by omission. BNS Section 3 of 7 General Explanations. IPC Section 37 cooperation by doing one of several acts constituting an offence. BNS Section 3 of 8 General Explanations. IPC Section 38 persons concerned in criminal act may be guilty of different of offences. BNS Section 3 of 9 General Explanations. IPC Section 39 voluntarily. BNS Section 2 of 33 voluntarily. IPC Section 40 offence. BNS Section 2 of 24 offence. IPC Section 41 special law. BNS 2 of 30 special law. IPC 42 local law. BNS Section 2 of 18 local law. IPC Section 43 illegal, legally bound to do. BNS Section 2 of 15 illegal and legally bound to do. IPC Section 44 injury. BNS Section 2 of 14 injury. IPC Section 45 life. BNS Section 2 of 17 life. IPC Section 46 death. BNS Section 2 of 6 death. IPC Section 47 animal. BNS Section 2 of 2 animal. IPC Section 48 vessel. BNS Section 2 of 32 vessel. IPC Section 49 year or month. BNS Section 2 of 20 month and year. IPC Section 50 section. In BNS there is no definition. IPC Section 51 oath. BNS Section 2 of 23 oath. IPC Section 42 good faith. BNS Section 2 of 11 good faith. IPC Section 52A harbor. BNS Section 2 of 13 harbor. IPC Section 53 punishments. BNS Section 4 punishments. IPC Section 53A construction of reference to transportation. In BNS no details, it is removed. IPC Section 54 commutation of sentence of death. BNS Section 5 commutation of sentence. IPC Section 55 commutation of sentence of imprisonment for life. BNS Section 5 commutation of sentence. IPC Section 55A definition of appropriate government. BNS Section 5 explanation to Section 5 commutation of sentence. IPC Section 56 sentence of Europeans and Americans to penal servitude proviso as to sentence for line exceeding 10 years but not for life. Omitted earlier. In BNS also there is no section. IPC Section 57 fractions of terms of punishment. BNS Section 6 fractions of terms of punishment. IPC Section 58 offenders sentenced to transportation how dealt with age until transported. Omitted earlier. In BNS no section. IPC Section 59 transportation instead of imprisonment. Omitted earlier. There is no section in BNS also. IPC Section 60 sentence may be in certain cases of imprisonment wholly or partly rigorous or simple. BNS Section 7 sentence may be in certain cases of imprisonment wholly or partly rigorous or simple. IPC Section 61 sentence of forfeiture of property. BNS no section. IPC Section 62 forfeiture of property in respect of offenders punishable with death, transportation. In BNS no section. IPC Section 63 amount of fine. BNS Section 8 of 1 amount of fine, liability in default of payment of fine, etc. IPC Section 64 sentence of imprisonment for non-payment of fine. BNS Section 8 of 2 amount of fine, liability in default payment of fine, etc. IPC 65 limit to imprisonment for non-payment of fine when imprisonment and fine avoidable. BNS Section 8 of 3 amount of fine liability in default of payment of fine, etc. IPC Section 66 description for imprisonment for non-payment of fine. Section 8 of 4 BNS amount of fine liability in default of payment of fine, etc. IPC 67 imprisonment for non-payment of fine when offence punishable with fine only. BNS Section 8 of 5 amount of fine liability in default of payment of fine, etc. Section 68 of IPC imprisonment to terminate on payment of fine. Section 8 of subsection 6A BNS amount of fine liability in default of payment of fine, etc. IPC 69 termination of imprisonment on payment of proportional part of fine. BNS Section 8 of subsection 6B amount of fine liability in default payment of fine, etc. IPC 70 fine leviable within 6 years or during imprisonment, death not to discharge property from liability. BNS Section 8 of 7 amount of fine liability in default payment of fine, etc. IPC 71 limit of punishment of offences made up of several offences. BNS Section 9 limit of punishment of offence made up of several offences. IPC 72 punishment of person guilty of one of several offences, the judgment stating that it is doubtful of which. BNS Section 10 punishment of person guilty of one of several offences, judgment stating that it is doubtful of which. IPC 73 solitary confinement. BNS Section 11 solitary confinement. IPC 74 limit of solitary confinement. BNS 12 limit of solitary confinement. IPC 75 enhanced punishment for certain offences under Chapter 12 or Chapter 17 after previous conviction. BNS Section 13 enhanced punishment for certain offences after previous conviction. IPC 76 act done by a person bound or by mistake of fact believing himself bound by law. BNS Section 14 act done by a person bound or by mistake of fact believing himself bound by law. IPC 77 act of judge when acting judicially. BNS Section 15 act of judge when acting judicially. IPC 78 act done pursuant to the judgment or order of court. BNS Section 16 act done pursuant to judgment or order of court. IPC 79 act done by a person justified or by mistake of fact believing himself justified by law. BNS Section 17 act done by a person justified or by mistake of fact believing himself justified by law. IPC 80 accident in doing a lawful act. BNS Section 18 accident in doing a lawful act. IPC Section 81 act likely to cause harm but done without criminal intent and to prevent other harm. BNS Section 19 act likely to cause harm but done without criminal intent and to prevent other harm. IPC Section 82 act of a child under 7 years of age. BNS Section 20 act of child under 7 years of age. IPC 83 act of a child above 7 and under 12 of immature understanding. BNS Section 21 act of a child above 7 under 12 years of age of immature understanding. IPC Section 84 act of a person unsound mind. BNS 22 act of a person of unsound mind. IPC 85 act of a person incapable of judgment by reason of intoxication caused against his will. BNS Section 23 act of a person incapable of judgment by reason of intoxication caused against his will. IPC 86 offence requiring a particular intent or knowledge committed by one who is intoxicated. BNS Section 24 offence requiring a particular intent or knowledge committed by one who is intoxicated. IPC Section 87 act not to intended and not known to be likely to cause death or grievous hurt done by consent. BNS Section 25 act not intended and not known to be likely to cause death or grievous hurt done by consent. IPC 88 act not intended to cause death done by consent in good faith for person's benefit. BNS 26 act not intended to cause death done by consent in good faith for person's benefit. IPC Section 89. Act done in good faith for benefit of child or innocent person by or by consent of guardian. BNS Section 27. Act done in good faith for benefit of child or person of unsound mind by or by consent of guardian. IPC Section 90. Consent known to be given under fear or misconception. BNS Section 28. Consent known to be given under fear or misconception. IPC Section 91. Exclusion of acts which are offences independently of harm caused. BNS Section 29. Exclusion of acts which are offences independently of harm caused. IPC Section 92. Act done in good faith for benefit of person without consent. BNS Section 30. Act done in good faith for benefit of person without consent. IPC Section 93. Communication made in good faith. BNS 31. Communication made in good faith. IPC 94. Act to which a person is compelled by threats. BNS 32. Section 32. Act to which a person is compelled by threats. IPC 95. Act causing slight harm. BNS 33. Act causing slight harm. IPC Section 96. Things done in private defense. BNS Section 34. Things done in private defense. IPC Section 97. Right of private defense of the body and of property. BNS Section 35. Right of private defense of body and of property. IPC Section 98. Right of private defense against the act of a person of unsound mind, etc. BNS Section 36. Right of a private defense against act of a person of unsound mind, etc. IPC Section 99. Act against which there is no right to private defense. BNS Section 37. Acts against which there is no right of private defense. IPC Section 100. When the right of private defense of the body extends to causing death. BNS Section 38. When right of private defense of body extends to death. IPC Section 101. When such right extends to causing any harm other than death. BNS Section 39. When such right extends to causing any harm other than death. IPC Section 102. Commencement and continuance of the right of private defense of the body. BNS Section 40. Commencement and continuance of right of private defense of body. IPC Section 103. When the right of private defense of property extends to causing death. BNS Section 41. When right of private defense of property extends to causing death. IPC Section 104. When such right extends to causing any harm other than death. BNS Section 42. When such right extends to causing any harm other than death. IPC Section 105. Commencement and continuance of the right of private defense of property. BNS Section 43. Commencement and continuance of right of private defense of property. IPC Section 106. Right of private defense against deadly assault when there is a risk of harm to innocent person. BNS Section 44. Right of private defense against deadly assault when there is a risk of harm to innocent person. IPC Section 107. Abatement of a thing. BNS 45. Abatement of a thing. IPC 108. Abater. BNS Section 46. Abater. IPC 108A. Abatement in India of offences outside India. BNS Section 47. Abatement in India of offences outside India. IPC Section 109. Punishment of abatement if the act abated is committed in consequence and where no express provision is made for its punishment. BNS Section 49. Punishment of abatement if act abated is committed in consequence and there is no express provision is made for its punishment. IPC Section 110. Punishment of abatement if person abated does act with different intention from that of abater. BNS Section 50. Punishment of abatement if person abated does act with a different intention from that of abater. So IPC section 110 to BNS section 50 it is done. So this audio may useful for quick reference. This is also useful for the blind people and who wish to become a lawyer, who want to have a basic knowledge about IPC and BNS. So please subscribe to this channel, my dear friends. Have a great day. Yours Advocate Ramesh Pitla. Thank you.